Hi again, everybody. Welcome to your Daily Smash for Tuesday, October 15th, 2024. I'm Rick.
I'm Kelly. Today's Monday
Yes.
night.
Monday night.
And I'm wearing my indigenous outfit.
Is that an indigenous?
Or Navajo. I'm 30% Native American, like Navajo.
How is that indigenous?
Because it looks like it's from Navajo.
The colors?
I wore it, and my girlfriend Nicole. She's like Navajo, indigenous. I'm like Captain Sabaho.
I am also dressed in my Christopher Columbus best.
Yes.
Not really. Listen, can you guys do us a favor? We want to get to 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We're at like 47.5.
Stuck there. Can someone please just like it and subscribe, please?
Give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe if you haven't yet, and tell your friends.
Well, how about we do those lives and there was like 7,000 people watching and only like 50 likes.
Yeah, people kept reminding us. Listen, I'm new to this. So
Are you sweating?
yeah. Well, we just rode our bikes back from the beach, and I want to share some video. The sun was setting. Beautiful. And on the way there, Kelly's like, what do you like better, the desert or the beach?
I like the beach.
You do?
Well, I did enjoy the desert right now. Like it was perfect weather for me because it was hot during the day and cool at night. Mm-hmm. I love that.
Yeah, me too. It's like
And I love being in that hot tub.
99, 100 during the day.
What's weird in that hot tub, though,
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know if it's the salt water or whatever, but when I get in that hot tub, I start to itch on my ankles. It's the
Really?
weirdest thing. I get like a terrible itch. I don't know if I'm allergic to the salt water, but it gets really, really itchy.
Any of you have that issue?
Yeah.
Saltwater itching?
Itching on your ankles?
That's weird. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of weird.
Isn't it?
But the video, I just want to share some more bike ride video. Coming back, sun setting. It was behind some clouds, but the glow, beautiful. I love the beach too. I do love the desert though.
Yeah.
And when we get to the desert, it's like immediately relaxed.
Oh my gosh. It's like this shh. My girlfriends went out last night and they're like, come on, Kelly, let's go. And I'm like, I'm comfortable right here on this couch. I'm going to watch a movie because it's so cozy in there.
It is. It is. And our house is still available for 2025, February, March, April. The best 3 months. 28-day minimum, picklepartyhouse.com.
I'm hoping it doesn't get rented out.
You hope we don't?
No, I want to use it.
I do too, and we will. We will use it whenever it's not rented. But if someone wants to rent it for a month, I think it's worth our while to do it.
Dude, the next door neighbors, the one, the Tattletales, they have Waltz, Harris, all kinds of like you know, it's like when you watch the far left, they always have bumper
the
stickers.
signs?
They always have bumper stickers on their cars.
Yeah.
Well, the far left always have signs in their yards. Do you notice
yeah.
that?
They had a lot of signs.
Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I can see why they called that's how they are.
One more video.
Those people.
We came on Lido Isle. There's a little bridge you go over, and you're looking at, what do you call
Boats?
that? A Newport Harbor? What do you even call that? With a
Lido sued.
Lido suit. It's just so pretty. I mean, we're living in paradise here. It really is remarkable. Earlier today, on Monday, we interviewed James O'Keefe, who just came out with a new film called Line in the Sand, which everyone should watch. No matter where you stand on the political spectrum, it is a powerful film that will open your eyes. And I thought James was really interesting.
Well, I did too. So James wasn't paying any attention to Rick at his premiere, and Rick was getting a little agitated, a little annoyed. And I'm like, I want to do this guy, but Rick's like trying to talk to me. He's like, I'm a journalist. I've been a journalist for blah blah blah, and the guy wasn't paying any attention. And Rick
Well, I
was
didn't say that until I met him. I was just trying to get his attention. And
you were getting so annoyed by him. You were. And so I went in there and I go, hi. I'm like, I would love to interview you. He's like, oh, yeah, of course. And then my friend, Nicholas, he's friends with him. And he's like, do you know them? And he's like, yeah. Nick's like, yeah, I know them. It was kind of funny. So we get there. Rick starts putting the rundown together and he starts reading about him. And he was like, a lot of stuff was negative. And I'm like, we're interviewing the guy. He's like, should I like call him out on this stuff? And I'm like, no. I'm like, and he did. Rick did.
But of course I did. Are you kidding me right now?
I'm not an interviewer, okay? I am not a journalist. I don't know.
Are you seriously questioning the tone of the questions that I asked?
No, but I
thought I was very fair with him. And in fact, one of the best answers came when I was talking to him about all the lawsuits he's faced, because he's been sued many times. And he gave us a terrific answer to that question.
He did.
And I want to share that with our viewers, because this interview in its entirety will appear on our Rick and Kelly show on patreon.com this week. It's our 162nd episode, and you'll have access to all of them when you subscribe, starting at $5. But anyway, here's James O'Keefe from our interview earlier today.
When people, if they do Google you, if they do Wikipedia you, they're going to see a lot of negative stuff where you were involved in lawsuits and you were accused of misrepresenting and selectively editing to make it look a certain way, to make someone look bad when it wasn't, according to Wikipedia or whoever, wasn't fair to them. How do you defend this film? How do you defend the way you edited this film to reassure people that this is all the real deal?
I mean, all journalists edit. I can't think of any. Have you ever seen a film that wasn't edited?
Of course not.
Okay, so it's a ridiculous. It's an absurd hyperbole. It's just absurdist innuendo, and of course they're going to attack the character of those who expose them. What do you think? I'm going to come out unscathed?
Yeah.
No one's ever done this. No one's ever done this before. So when you're doing something that people have never done before, you're going to get smeared and targeted. But that is a badge of honor. And I would say that what's the Latin, ips, rapes, loquitur, the thing speaks for itself. So unlike other forms of journalism, I don't ask you to take my word for it. I don't write an article or sit behind a microphone and talk to you about what I think about the world. No. I go out there and actually show you. So I actually show you so you don't have to believe me. You can see it for yourself. And by the way, all those lawsuits, I've won all the lawsuits. I've been sued many times and I've won. I mean, Mike Wallace, people forget it. 60 Minutes was sued many times, more than me. But you don't hear about that, do you?
Sometimes you have to ask hard questions to get really good answers. Like, that's what I've learned in being a journalist for almost 40 years. And
I totally support you. I'm not a journalist. I don't know how to ask hard-hitting questions.
But you see, not being a journalist works for you, because you also ask really good questions. And you often ask questions that I would not think to ask. So that's why I think this dynamic works so well. Mm-hmm. You were terrific.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He's single.
Oh, yeah. You see, now, I would not have asked that question.
I did.
But Kelly got that out of him. And he said he does want to have kids.
He wants to have a family.
And he's like...
He's a really sharp guy.
He's on the road a lot, and he's in jail a lot, apparently. He's like, she's going to have to... I was like, dude, you need someone to bail you out. That's what you need.
I'm a good side partner with that.
You going to bail me out?
If you ever get in the clink...
Yeah.
I'll put one in the stink.
Ooh. You're
so hot.
Once I start sweating, I can't turn it off.
Really?
Yeah, well.
I never, ever, ever, ever get hot. I'm cold. I run cold all the time.
You do. And we have that difference between us, where I'm always hot.
I wore a ski hat, this sweater, and a Montclair wind coat on top of this.
I had a sweatshirt on, and I wore it, and
Were you cold?
I wasn't cold. I was glad I had the sweatshirt.
Uh-huh.
But as soon as we got home, and I set up, and I was going up and down the stairs, and I had my sweatpants on, we sit down to do the show, and I immediately started sweating.
Did you open some windows?
I did. I opened a couple windows. The Yankees are winning right now, and the Jets are losing. And the Mets won earlier. I can't believe 3 New York teams playing in one day.
It's so funny, like going back to the house and things like that are needed. Like there's a chunk of wood that came off, like someone hit something. It was weird, right?
Well, it's like the baseboard got a little dent in it. A little chip came out. Someone must have hit it hard with something. I don't know. Maybe it could have been a suitcase.
Yeah. And then the lights went out.
There's always something.
The ice maker.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of an email to
Thor.
To Thor.
How much was that ice maker?
Ice makers are expensive.
Wasn't that like $4,000? $5,000?
I don't know if it was that much. It was definitely in the thousands.
Thor.
Multiple. I'll look it up.
That Thor has been a mess ever since we got it. It's like a lemon.
I feel like it is. And I have a
U-line.
A U-line in West Hampton that still runs great after like 15 years. It still pops out 20 pounds of ice every day. That thing's awesome. So highly recommend U-line ice makers. What else about James O'Keefe? What stood out for you?
Rick asked me, how old do you think he is? I go, I don't know, 43. He's 40. Mm-hmm. I could tell he was young. Mm-hmm. But you have to do that for you have to be young. That guy was running with a vest on, with all kinds of like heavy backpack, and you have to be in shape
for sure
to do that.
And he gets in trouble a lot because he pushes the envelope, because he goes places people don't normally go. He tries to expose things that people don't normally do. And I said to him during the interview, you're doing what a lot of networks and publications used to do, investigative journalism, but they stopped doing it because it's expensive. And they don't want to devote all that time, have some person be gone for 6 months or a year working on one story, and then the story airs, and then they're gone for another.
I really, really, really want you guys to watch this film. It's on the Tucker Carlson Network.
Yeah.
Or you can go in
his website.
His website.
Yeah, we'll put the thing up there.
And watch it before Friday, if you could. Yeah. Before our interview. Rick did really, really well.
Thank you. It's a powerful film. He's a bright guy.
I took away that it isn't about politics. It's not between Republican or Democrat. Mm-hmm. This is a humanitarian issue. Mm-hmm. It is a lot of people are getting paid and getting rich. It was I liked it. Like it was like bipartisan. Like it was not bipartisan, but
also very upsetting with it when it comes to the kids.
That was horrible. Really, yeah.
That's why I told him you were crying. All right, I have a hot topic now.
Hot topic. What's this?
Oh, before we get to hot topic, let me read this card. This just showed up at our mailbox today from Jade. And Jade is with Nelia Organics. Rick and Kelly, I love the Daily Smash and wanted to send you some cookies to try. We're a small online bakery in Newport Beach, California. Currently, our cookies are only available in California, but hope to expand nationally in the future. We hope you enjoy and would love to get your feedback. Can't wait to hear from you. First of all, I love cookies. Kelly knows. So, if you live in California, they're gluten-free Nelia chocolate chip cookies. Would you like to open them?
How do I know this is safe?
You think it might be not safe?
How do I know it's safe?
What do you mean, how do you know it's safe? Are you kidding me right now?
Oh, yeah, we're just going to eat some cookies that someone sends?
Yes. Yes, we are.
They're gluten-free and they have 3 grams of fiber and they're organic. All right.
I'm the guinea pig.
Let me try.
They're soft.
Very good. Very, very good.
Yeah.
How'd she get our number?
She emailed me and asked for a mailing address, and I gave it to her. And then they showed up in our box.
They're cute packaging. Very good. Very tasty.
I wonder, it says soft baked. I wonder why they're only available in California right now.
They're from Costa Mesa, right down the street.
Oh, yeah. Okay, hot topic.
Hot topic.
Thank you for the cookies, Nelia.
Delicious.
A resident of Hanson, Massachusetts, has been asked to stop projecting political signs onto the town's municipal water tower or face $100 a day fines. Look, someone who lives next to the water tower has one of those projectors. And he shined this Trump sign on the water tower because I guess he lives right next to it. There's the projector. And people complained. Like, why is the town supporting Donald Trump? They're like, oh, whoa, we don't do that here. On Friday, October 11th, the town of Hanson became aware that a resident was projecting the image of a political sign from their property onto the town of Hanson Municipal Water Tower at 228 High Street. This misleads the public into believing that this activity is sanctioned by or condoned by the town. The town does not endorse candidates for any office from any political party.
Well, I can tell you right now, Huntington Beach is all for Trump.
They would not fine you if you did that in Huntington Beach.
Well, actually, they were the ones that were like, you can't come into our restaurants if you're wearing a mask.
Yeah, not.
Meanwhile, everybody was scared.
Yeah, not you have to wear a mask to get in. If you wear a mask, you can't come in.
I liked how on that interview, you know what I really liked on that interview?
What?
You got it on my white couch? Is that he was talking about fear.
About what? Fear.
Fear. And what fear does to people.
Yeah.
Think about it. Fear. What fear does and how it makes everybody mad. Like, for instance, somebody that Rick's related to, were like so mad that we didn't get the jab at first. And they're like, it's a sign. And they were like in fear. Like, fear causes a lot of emotions.
Yeah.
I mean, I really made a lot of people mad when I was on that housewife show, and I was.
You did?
I wasn't running into fear.
So.
And they call me all kinds of names. Right?
Yeah, but you know, a little bit of fear, nervousness, any kind of where you're on edge can be helpful in a dangerous situation. It can be a little bit. Not a paralyzing fear, not a fear that's going to put you under the couch or unable to move, but fear enough that you're on alert and you're looking around because now you're ready.
That's your conscience and your spidey sense.
Yeah.
Telling you to be careful.
Right.
That's different than living in fear.
Yeah. I've never lived in fear.
I never have either.
Ever. In fact, I run toward danger. That's been my whole career.
That's why you're with me.
In the news now.
In the news.
Oh, these idiots. A couple of idiots. Smooth criminals, the New York Post says, were busted last week in Portland, Oregon, when police discovered a bag full of drugs labeled "not a bag full of drugs" during a traffic stop. Definitely not a bag full of drugs. These idiots had that in their car. Drugs, cash, a scale, a gun. Definitely not a bag full of drugs.
That's kind of funny.
The driver, 35-year-old Reginald Reynolds, and passenger Mia Bagenstos, 37, were both arrested. Police found a loaded .357 handgun in Reynolds' pocket, as well as a bag of meth and $1,360 in cash. He additionally had pills that he told the officers were OxyContin and a meth pipe. Inside the vehicle, they discovered more meth and drug paraphernalia, 2 scales, and baggies commonly used for selling. Cops also noted the brown bag that said on it, "definitely not a bag full of drugs," in which they found a large amount of meth. They seized roughly a half pound of drugs. So, word to the wise, if you're going to carry drugs around, don't put them in a bag that says "definitely not a bag full of drugs."
That's so funny.
Did you like that story?
I did. That was good. I love that movie, Breaking Bad.
Yeah, me too.
Every time I see meth, I think of that movie. That was such a great movie. If you have not watched Breaking Bad series,
yeah,
it's good.
One of the best I've ever seen.
Me too.
Yeah,
that cookie was good. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Nelia, and her name. I think it's Jade. Does that say Jade?
It does.
Jade. Jade sent us this wonderful card and these wonderful cookies. We appreciate you, Nelia. If you live in California, I think we both recommend them.
It's delish, yeah.
And
I wonder how they make it gluten-free, if it's that tasty. Usually gluten-free, there's some kind of like almond flour or What's in there?
Sugars, protein, calcium, iron, potassium. Ow!
I just killed it.
Oh my God.
My cat-like reflexes.
There's a fly in here. Shoo, fly, don't bother me.
I did. I killed it.
Uh-oh. All right. On that note, we're going to say goodnight.
What good are flies for our Earth? What are the benefits? I gotta wash my hands. What are the benefits of a fly, except being annoying and like spread diseases?
I don't know. But
So
flies.
I don't feel bad killing that fly.
I don't know
Just
how
letting you
people
guys know.
like when I was.
I feel bad killing a bee,
Yeah.
and I feel bad about killing spiders.
When I was overseas in Iraq and Afghanistan, there were a lot of flies, and we'd be sitting there in the heat in the desert. And some of these guys, some of these Marines would just let flies like sit all over them and just like sit, and they would just not even swat them. I could never, ever understand that. Like they bother me so much. Like I was constantly swatting them and trying to get them off me. And these other guys are just sitting there like this, flies all over them.
How about she went to Vicky said that she went to Morocco with Gretchen and that whole thing with Carolyn Manzo. She said they went to Morocco. She said there was flies everywhere and that people were getting sick. Like it was causing all kinds of like it was. She said it was the most disgusting thing like ever. She would never go back to Morocco.
Yeah, that's pretty nasty.
Yeah.
All right, everybody.
All right. Take care, everyone.
Have a smash-tastic day.
A smash-tastic day. I hope you had a great indigenous / Marco Polo.
Say it again.
Indigenous.
There's no N. Indigenous. There's only one N.
There's an I.
2 N's, not 3.
There's an I.
Indigenous.
Indigenous.
Not indigenous. Indigenous.
Indigenous. Have a good day.
I got the fly.